Feels a bit contrived though, doesn't it? It's like, oh, let's sit in this room and have a conversation.
Yeah, whereas like if you were to just have a conversation, it'd just be alright. You wouldn't be nervous to
Exactly.
just talk about your friends. It was like the conversation we had yesterday with Fergus. Like that got like deep, but we were just having that conversation over after cooking and stuff like that.
That was a good conversation. You guys were bigging me up.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about me, and I felt like when you were talking about me like I was a thing. I was not the person. I was like,
Is that
not in a bad way, but like in a kind of, I feel like when you talk about people like that, they become like a kind of myth in a way. They become removed from the person. They become bigger than the person that you're talking about.
no way?
I don't know.
What like?
When we talk about what someone is.
Okay, yeah,
It's like, oh,
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
That's like, it's a weird one because you don't often get, because people sort of have their preconceived ideas like before you spend time with them, and it's like we were saying the other day, it's like the more you spend time with that person, you like build up your own version of that person in your head, and then it's like all of those little things that you pick up on and stuff like that, it builds to their idea of you, but that'll be different to your own idea of yourself because you'll know things that no one else knows. But would you say, like, the things that we were saying, would you say that they're true, or that?
Do I believe that about my own character?
Like, yeah.
I'd say that some of those things I believed, yeah. I think that's true. I think we exist in our own minds as someone different to who we exist as for other people, is what you're saying as well.
Because, obviously that all is within, like, ideas of, if you're a confident person or if you're not a confident person, if you're, like, introverted, extroverted. If you're extroverted, are you more likely to have who you think you are? Is that going to be portrayed more if you're an extrovert? Or is it more of a wall that you're pretending to build up, saying, oh, I'm all this, I'm an exciting person, blah, 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 when actually that person's probably got a lot of, like, backed up things that they don't want to talk about.
This is getting deep.
Oh, I'm just saying. What better conversation if it doesn't go deep?
Sure. Do you like deep conversations?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like small talk.
You don't like small. That's the whole point of this.
All right. Well, let's do some small talk.
No. Let's do no.
All right. Well, no. Go on then. What did you have for breakfast, Seb?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Are you interested in small talk?
Yeah.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
So good. And I love the sound of my own voice, so here we go. Oh, I don't, actually. Well... oh, it just feels weird. I'll tell you what I have for breakfast. This is where we're going to take the conversation now. Maybe we'll come back to...
We'll come back to that.
Because, you can't just... You got to build up.
You got to weave in and out.
Exactly.
You got to keep it alive.
It's like waves.
It's like waves.
In the ocean.
It's like a heartbeat.
Sometimes it skips.
Skips.
What? You should see a doctor about that. I had porridge. But so we were having porridge together a while ago. Our porridge was bougie.
It's the most bougie porridge I've ever had in my life.
I bet we could even up it from that, but it was pretty, because it was very standard, and it was...
From that, yeah. I've now upped my porridge game.
Do you put ice cream in?
No.
Oh, you can put
ice cream.
You can put ice cream in porridge.
Oh my god! Imagine putting like raspberry, like, the ones with like the bits of like raspberry in it. Oh, yeah. Imagine putting that on. Oh, that'd be so good. Or I've started putting the cinnamon in the porridge. before you cook it.
Oh.
And then you can actually taste the cinnamon. Because I was thinking, like, every time we eat it, like, I'm just getting cinnamon, like, dusty bits, but I'm not actually getting the flavour of cinnamon.
Flavour infusion right now.
So putting it in, mix it in, and then put it in the microwave, and then it's actually like cinnamon porridge.
That's great.
It's amazing. It's
that
so
is
good.
Fantastic.
So good. And I've also got. I mean, I didn't have ice cream.
Right.
But I got toffee sauce. Put that.
Okay, that's pretty mad.
With bananas.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't actually my toffee sauce because I stole it from my flatmate.
Why did you say that? You shouldn't have said that.
It's
recorded.
A flatmate. It could have been any flatmate.
Now. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's only a little bit of toffee sauce. It's not as much Nutella as we stole from Fergus's flatmate the other day.
What?
That was a lot of Nutella we stole from.
Well, how do you feel about, borrowing things from flatmates? Is that like a weird thing to you? Because I see it as like, I'll just get them a new one.
Right.
Like if they did the same thing, I wouldn't mind, as long as they like replaced it or whatever.
Or, we live
don't take them
in as students and with lots of other students, and we all come from different backgrounds. And some people I've seen are very protective over their things. Like in Fergus's household, for example, everyone has their own set of like cutlery and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's very like separated. In other households, it's like
it's a free for all.
I've brought in my pot. You can use my pot.
To be honest, I've never been in a flat where they do that. Apart from, I think like you guys.
We do that.
Use
Mine.
each other's.
Yeah.
But your household's probably the only house.
The only one ever.
The only one. The only one that just like borrows like each other's things, which I think is better. Because then you've not got loads of just random shit. Sorry.
Yeah, don't swear.
Sorry.
Let's keep it accessible.
You just bleep it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool actually.
So back to the porridge. So we were having to actually paint a picture of what this porridge looked like. We were having the oats. You put the milk in. I was taught this by Talia. So you put the milk in, mix it up a little bit, put it in the microwave, let it cook. I would do microwave porridge. All right. Some people don't do microwave porridge, but we're busy people. We got moves to make. You put it in the pot,
What, and cook
boil it up.
Porridge? Oh
yeah.
God.
Well, not boil it. That's a bit weird, but you know what I mean. We use an oat milk or something like that. And then when it comes out, you put the cinnamon on. Sometimes you could put sugar on, like brown sugar we were using, but I've sort of stopped doing that because then we were putting chocolate spread on. We were putting like a scoop of peanut butter on. Oh, that's such a great addition. And then, so this morning I put like a scoop of raspberry jam in.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mixed that up. That was so sweet. It was very sweet. I talked to somebody the other day on the bus, and I asked them what they had for breakfast, and they were like, porridge. And I was like, oh, snap. But they ate porridge just like plain. And they were like, because they come from Lithuania, and they were like, well, this is, for them, growing up, having sweet porridge was a bit strange. Like, they don't really do that, so they just eat it's more like a savoury kind of meal in the morning, which I thought was interesting.
What like, there's not, just plain porridge?
Yeah.
Same thing with
sometimes they put butter in it, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, that's disturbing. That's disturbing. I don't want to think about that.
Oh no.
I don't agree with bran flakes or corn flakes or Weetabix.
You don't agree with them?
I don't agree with them. Just a really bland thing. I think it's alright. Yeah, just a bit of flavouring. It doesn't necessarily have to be chucked in with loads of sugar and all of that. But just some. I can't. I mean, maybe porridge. Yeah, not so bad. But Weetabix, get that out. I do.
I used to really like Weetabix. I'm feeling a little bit.
I used to eat them when I was little. Yeah.
Okay. Not now.
Especially
Not now.
even both textures, when it gets soggy, it's gross. When it's not, when it's just dry, like what is that?
It's so flaky.
It's so flaky.
It's like a chocolate flake without the chocolate.
You might as well just go into a field and chew on some wheat. There you go. There's your wheat mix.
Alright. Shall we... That's a good conversation we just had about cereal. No, your last meal.
Oh.
Yeah. One more thing, go on then.
One more thing.
Okay.
I'm just so passionate about breakfast.
This is amazing. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want.
We just talk it... Just this whole video just be breakfast.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you want. It doesn't have to be. It's
Well,
just an idea. It's just... I'm just chucking it out there.
Wow, I'm trying to take control.
But when
of
you
everything,
listen
maybe.
back to it... Are you going to listen back to it?
I think I will.
Oh my god. But like, see, I say that I don't like bland things, but toast, I could just have butter on that. Like melt the butter. Some people really don't like butter.
I know someone that doesn't put butter on their toast.
Just dry.
They have just bread.
But they still toast it.
Yeah. Well, because they keep the
Surely
bread
that's
frozen,
just dry.
so they warm it up.
Okay.
But
so-
they have other things. You know, they'll put it with like a sandwich, or they have it with. They have it as
Oh
a,
yeah, no. See, I butter my toast,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't do. Like
You
I
could just eat
I'd
it with
used
butter.
to.
I can eat it with butter on. Yeah. I don't think that's that bland because it's salty. The butter's got a little bit of salt.
Yeah. Yeah.
The perfect piece of toast.
Mm.
When you get it right out the toast, it goes pop, and you like, I'm grabbing those. You grab them, your fingers start burning. You go,
Yeah.
you quickly get it down on the chopping board, and you're there with your.
Butter that real quick.
And then you put the two pieces, once you butter them, put them together.
And then they melt. They go golden.
They go golden. That's the goldening
Oh.
zone right
And
there.
but as well, the butter's got to be just melted slightly, so you're not there like breaking it like.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't
When
use
it's
use dairy butter, so I
Yeah,
use the
yeah.
spread. So, but that is weird, and I can never understand. And I'll have to be enlightened to this one day.
Hmm.
How dairy butter works, because you're supposed to keep it in the fridge, but then how are you supposed to use it straight from the fridge on the bread without mussing up the bread? It's weird. Anyway,
Go on.
let's get into your head.
Okay.
Can you tell us a thought that you've had recently, or a thought that's on your mind now that comes to mind that's not about breakfast? Anything.
Okay.
We'll trial it.
What, like just a day-to-day?
Day-to-day thought. Shower thought.
Okay.
What was the last shower thought you had, or what's one that you're prepared to share? That I've recorded for.
See, I don't know.
People to
See,
hear.
a lot of things that people... I don't know, recently I've been feeling a bit brain dead, so it's probably not the best time to be asking me about these things, but like, I always listen to music in the shower, and I think, I don't know, depending on what sort of music I'm listening to. I had a bath, actually.
Okay.
Baths and showers.
Yeah, that's
Are you
a that's a
bath person or
conversation
shower
already.
person?
I don't like getting into baths.
You know?
No.
Some people find it really gross, because it's like...
I don't find it gross. I just find the temperature uncomfortable because it's really hot, and then I feel all of my skin just hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. Because when I shower, I move around loads because I don't like the hot of the water.
How hot do you have your shower?
Not
Why don't
that
you just
hot.
cool it down?
It's not that hot.
Yeah.
But then it's right on the brink of
See.
being too cold.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I know a few people, like... often I've heard that, you know, women tend to like have hotter showers than men. I don't know if that's like a thing.
Where have you heard
knows?
this?
A lot of, just like throughout life, like even like my mum would
Oh,
say,
just from like personal people you've known. Okay. I'm supporting this
I know
argument.
some. I know,
right here.
like I know some people that have their showers like. But one of my flatmates, she has it. She turns the shower to like the
pressure mode.
pressure
Oh
one.
man.
I can't stand that. Oh my god! It feels like someone's like stabbing me. I don't want to do that. Why do you want? I just want to
Chill out.
little chill rain. You know what I mean?
Warm rain.
Just lukewarm rain.
Warm
I don't
yellow
need
rain.
hot, burning,
This is bad.
like, pressure coming at me. I just want to,
It's too much.
especially in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, okay,
on.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
No, I won't interrupt you.
So
You're my
the-
guest.
and then there's like, you know, I tend to, you know, shower in the morning. But then it's like, shower in the morning, you know, you clean for the whole day. But then some people like to shower in the evening, which
Okay.
I find a bit weird. Because then you like go to bed like semi-wet. Is that like, you know, because like your hair's still like a bit, you know, you sort of clean, but it's like.
And then you get hot in your sleep.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
sweat in
yeah,
your
yeah.
sleep a
See,
bit.
after I shower, I'm like quite hot after and getting into bed, and it's just like.
But then it means
And
that
then
if you
as well-
shower in the evening, you don't need to shower in the morning before you go where you need to go.
Yeah. So if I'm thinking like, oh, I've got to get up quite early, or I don't really want to get up early, or something like that, and it's like, yeah, I'll probably shower in the evening, or I'd have a bath, because I like to relax. I like to relax in the bath.
You like to relax.
like
I'm
to
getting
relax.
this impression of you.
Yeah.
Okay. What was I going to ask? I was going to say, what was the latest song you listened to in the shower? Did you sing? Do you sing in the shower?
Sometimes. Why is that funny?
Oh, but no, I'm going to call him out right now, but when I was younger, my brother used to sing in the shower. He probably still does to this day.
Yeah.
Sings in the shower, and he goes for it. He doesn't give a shit. I mean, he doesn't care. He's like, man, I need to always sing these songs, and then I wouldn't want to listen to them because I've heard him sing them in the shower.
Oh
I was like, oh,
no.
Super Trooper. He'd be like, you know, just going for it.
Oh no.
And he'd be like 45 minutes in the shower. Are you one of those? You're one of those people.
No. I'd take 10 minutes to shower.
Okay.
Standard.
Standard.
But like, yeah, I'd still sing. Do a little bit. I like to sing. But then I like to sing all the time. Yeah. Unless there's like other people in the house. I'm like, oh, it's a bit weird. Like, unless it's like, you know, like when you're with your friends, everyone's singing and stuff like. It's a weird thing though, isn't it? Cause
If people are in the house, you don't want to sing
yeah, well,
because they can hear.
in the kitchen, yeah.
I turn up when people are not around. I turn up music that I'm playing really loud
What, when people aren't in the house?
when people aren't in.
Oh yeah. Literally this morning because I was like going through my cleanse, clearing out like my room and stuff like that. I had my music on real loud, and then my flatmate got back.
Mm.
She was like, oh, different music to what you usually listen to. I was like, oh, hello.
You've caught me in a private moment.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like there's certain songs that you won't listen to out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that I won't share in a social setting.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would I? No, I wouldn't. That's my song. Or no,
Like-
no one would get it. They wouldn't
Yeah.
like it.
Or even just like playing it out loud. Like, say, you know, you're cooking, or where else would you play music like out
I
loud?
play music all the time. I walk down the street and play music out loud. To be fair.
Out loud.
Yeah, sometimes.
Don't you feel like
A dickhead.
oh,
That's a.
or
Don't I feel like one of those
a teen,
people?
Like a teen.
Like a teen, yeah.
Like a
Sometimes
teen,
I'm
really.
21.
20.
21.
That's great. 21. No. What was I saying about the music?
Music.
Yeah,
So you won't play some out loud.
but no. Oh no, yeah, I always have my speaker now. Now I've got my speaker. I'm always playing it out loud, but not on the street. No. But say you're on your own, but there's other people in the house, but you're not with friends or anything, but you still wouldn't play a song out loud because you know someone else is gonna hear it. Do you ever have that?
Yeah.
No. I feel like I don't have it as much.
Some songs that are from my past.
Is there like there's like true like deep songs that it's just like
No.
they stay there.
Okay,
You know what I
sure.
mean?
I mean, I wasn't referring to that. But
No?
No. I used
What
to listen
sort
to
of-
The Weeknd a lot,
Oh!
and I feel like his lyrics are just quite explicit, so I don't listen to those out loud very often.
No, yeah, it's weird when you listen back to some songs and you're like, oh god, that's a bit like
It's a bit much.
questionable there.
Sure.
Yeah, because like my head chef, he listens to. He's 30, so he listens to like. Like all my sisters are they're in their 30s, so like, I know like the music that he listens to is like sort of 2000s. He's still in that sort of era where it's like just I can't even think of an example, but like Pharrell, like Happy, stuff like that.
Nice.
Or like the one that's like really controversial. What's that one?
Blurred Lines.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. So like all the songs that are like from that like 2010s sort of thing, where they have like a bit questionable lyrics, and it's like I didn't realise that before.
Right.
Oh, I mean obviously you're younger then, but now it's a bit like
yeah,
a bit weird.
Yeah. It's a bit weird.
How are we doing?
We've been going for 20 minutes.
Is that alright?
That's okay. Would you like to keep talking? We could talk about one more thing.
Yeah.
And that's I was saying that I want to ask people about their like creative output that they have. So is there anything that you're making at the moment or recently or have made in the past that you'd like to talk about? What I'm really interested in hearing about from you is like maybe your process. So maybe if you explain the goal of what you were trying to do or a place that you're starting at or had started at, and then I'll go, oh, and so how did you get from A to B or something like that?
Okay. So like I feel like there's a lot of mini processes within a big process.
This is interesting already. Okay. Oh, the light's gone off in it.
So there's like the process of like, okay, so what I want to do is I want to make a book.
Okay.
But there's a lot of mini processes in making a book.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Do you want to give a short? Actually, no. I feel like to describe what's the purpose of your book.
Purpose of the book.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's a photo book, but it's also gonna like play on a different sort of a bit, not like sarcasm, but it's a bit like satirical sort of, in the same way that I made like my videos, that were all sort of like visually it's like a bit wild and a bit like interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to just make that into a book, but also by doing a book, I don't want to just make a normal book, because obviously, so I want to make a recipe book, because obviously, I don't know, I'm following along with like the way that the videos, it was almost like my own little TV show sort of reel, or like the way you could watch these videos would be like, maybe they're different like commercials that you'd see like before, you know, because you get like weird commercials. I guess like that would sort of link to the way it'd be a recipe book.
Right,
sort of
there's like a commercial,
sort of trying
but
to
like not a genuine
commercialise.
commercial thing at
like
all.
playing on it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
there's lots of mini processes you need to take to get to your book.
Yeah. So like, in what way? So what, like the way I'm gonna actually like do it, or as in like?
I feel like we need more description about what this is actually, because you've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You're making, or you've made, and this is quite convenient that I'm talking to you, because we could just link your channel, couldn't we?
Yeah.
But you've made videos featuring yourself and male actors that are quite like dystopian and with a bit of satire in there, and they're like commenting on gender and power or control. Yeah. So your style is quite, I don't know, it's, what's the word, what's a better word for weird? it's some stuff that you make us watch when you make these videos is quite uncomfortable to see sometimes.
That's what
makes
I
you
try
uncomfortable,
and that's what I want to push a lot, but not to the point where it's like, I mean, there's a few things where I've seen people like look away, but that's just when it's like something a bit more grotesque rather than it being weird. Like I found
people have looked away when they've seen your video.
Yeah, so there's a bit in the one that I made with James, and which is part 3.
Part 3.
Nice.
It's
called Chaos of a Quiet Mind. That's what it's called.
Okay.
There's a bit where I've got gummy bears in my mouth, and I open my mouth, and they all come spilling out my mouth.
Yeah.
And they're like, and
full
it's
of
all like saliva and stuff.
Okay, that's making me cringe.
Yeah, and then so yeah, there's that bit, and then it later on it like reverses it, so they all come dripping, come back up, or whatever, they all go back into my mouth, and yeah, a few people have turned away from that bit, or in the first part, where I've got cling film on my face, and I'm sticking my tongue out, and I zoom into my tongue being stuck out of this cling film, and it's like moving around, and it's like wiggling and stuff, and yeah, a few people have been like, oh yeah, that's one of the things they remember from that video, which is quite interesting, because I feel like a lot of the time I visualize it and act. With some of them, I make my own story in my head, but I can't actually say it. I have a trouble with saying what I mean, or what I want to visualize, or whatever. So I feel like this has really helped me, like, acting it out in a weird way. I mean, it's not like people don't get it straight away, but the more I talk about it, and the more, I don't know, it comes across more, I guess. I don't know. I feel like if someone...
So actually, if we talk about that then, if that's my question to you, is like, what made you make something like this? And you're talking about how actually acting and performing in front of a camera as a creative output is good for you, because you can communicate through something that isn't actually words. That's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, it's communicating using everything else that I possibly can. So colour, the way I look, the way I'm acting, the lights, the sounds, the music, the words, the titles, like everything else that I could possibly use, the editing, the effects.
Yeah, everything is your conversation.
Like I'm trying to push it at you.
Right.
Because I can't explain it. I can't like work it out in my head what I'm trying to say. But I guess, yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I understand myself, in a way. Yeah.
That's funny that we're having a conversation about this when actually it's something that maybe it doesn't work as well for you as a conversation. But
yeah, like trying to explain that. Sure way.
No, that was good. I really enjoyed listening to that. I feel like maybe I could chop this bit and put it at the start. Not that
I
bit,
thought you were just going to chop it out.
This, I feel like we should explain some context about who you are.
Okay.
And what you're doing.
Okay.
Where you come from. Maybe we can have a little bit where you come from. Because I think that's interesting. That's enriching.
Okay.
I'd say. So
you want to start?
Hi, who are you?
Hi. Wait, how are we doing this?
I don't know. We'll say it and then I could put it up front. Or I could leave it here, we never know.
Yeah, just do it at the end. They have to guess who it is by their voice, and then...
Yeah, and what you're even like at all. Or you hear to the end what
who they are, what they do.
And then they have to go back and listen to it again.
Mm.
Okay, so who are you?
My name's Bailee. I'm studying in Falmouth, doing photography. I'm from Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
Do you want any more?
Lincoln, you told me about Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
And the massive cathedral that you've got there, and I was really interested about that. I don't know why, but...
Yeah, that was like one of the first things. You came up to me really randomly and was like, you didn't tell me there was a cathedral in Lincolnshire. I was like...
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, there is. I'm pretty sure it's like one
of the biggest
ones.
Like one
of
of
the biggest ones in the country.
It's mad. I was like, that must be sick to walk past every day.
Yeah. Well, no, you don't. I don't walk past. I don't live in.
You don't live in the cathedral.
I don't.
It's massive.
No.
Why don't people live in there?
No, because that's in Lincoln, which is like the main city. I don't live in Lincoln. I live in Louth, which is in, well, if I say that, my mum's going to be mad at me, but it's the closest thing. It's like a little village that's just outside of like Grimsby, and obviously everyone knows Grimsby. Well, most people do.
Yeah.
Which is like fields.
You live in the
sticks?
House?
Yeah, I live in the sticks.
Mad. Yeah, I remember us talking about this. We had a long conversation on the bus about this before.
Yeah. Yeah, so I came down into Falmouth to get I had like the best photography stuff going, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. Didn't want to go to London because it was a bit too much for me. I'd never been in this, like, lived in the city properly, apart from when I was younger. My interview and stuff, it just I didn't sit right with any of it in London. I was just like, nah, it's not for me. Whereas when I came to Falmouth, like, my mum was she was like, I could see it, you was going to go. I was just like, yeah. Like, she hated it because it's like 7 hours away, but in a car drive 7 hours away. It was, yeah. Yeah.
Would you know how to describe yourself if I said, like, if you could give, like, a word or a few? Or...
Oh, God, I'm terrible at these. Well, you know what? Someone said to me that I was, like, dorky, but in, like, a cool way. I was told that recently. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Well, like, I don't know. No, again, coming back to the whole thing of, like, I see myself as different. If anything, I'd say I'm just awkward. I'm just an awkward person.
You know what? I feel like
way.
Whatever lens you come to viewing you by, whatever you've heard about you, I feel like there's some awkwardness, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think there's a bit of awkwardness. I would agree with you, is what I'm saying.
Fuck's sake. Sorry, beep. Yeah, no, because I feel like
that's what we share.
Awkwardness, but as well, it's in my work.
Right.
The awkwardness of, like, how I want to make people feel. It's like I want people to feel how I feel, almost. It's like I want them to feel awkward when they're watching these videos, or like everything that's going around is a bit, like, in the videos, like, all erratic and stuff like that. And, like, even work I made before, it was all awkward. So yeah, I'd probably say awkward if I had to describe myself as anything.
Okay.
Is that good?
Was there one more question I was going to ask you? I think there was, but I've forgotten what it was. Oh, where are you going?
Where am I going?
Yeah, that's a big one. Where do you see the next, like, few months or years or days or hours? Minutes? Whichever you want to choose there.
Well, I don't know.
What are you doing
What am I doing now?
right now?
I'm probably gonna go like. I had a plan. I'm gonna do research.
Okay.
Find some cool artists to get some inspiration from. To help with my book, and then probably go home.
Yeah.
I'm meant to be meeting a couple friends because it was one of their birthdays. So I think we're going to do some painting
Okay.
later on. So yeah, that'll be good. I don't know what I'm going to do later in life. Who knows?
We'll just take it a day at a time.
Take it a day at a time, yeah.
Sick.
That's how we should take it, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
thanks
that
for... Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Thanks for giving
okay.
me your time. And, yeah, thanks for sparing a moment to chat.
Okay. Checking
It's
it
still
was
going.
recording.
I kept checking as well. I was like, what if we just been
Okay.
talking? But no, I don't mind that either way.
Is that alright?
Thanks. Yeah. Guess we end it now.
Yeah.
I guess we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye. Ah.